Selling your home, do not make these costly mistakes. Today, we're going behind the scenes of what it really takes to prepare a home for sale, the secrets that you might not be aware of, and we're going to share them today. Welcome back to our channel, Living on Vancouver Island. If you're thinking about selling your home, you already know that first impressions matter. But getting your house ready for sale isn't just about cleaning up and putting a sign in the front yard. It's about strategy. It's about maximizing appeal, maximizing the value of your home so that when we do sell it, we are getting the best possible price that we can for it and making that all-important buyer first impression right the first time. Today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of the home selling process to show you exactly what professionals do to make a home irresistible to buyers. Let's dive in. The first step is to declutter and to depersonalize. Buyers want to see themselves in a space, not feel like they're walking into someone else's home. Think of walking through the IKEA store. You'll see a living room, you'll see it set up. There'll be the couch, there'll be the coffee table, there might be some art on the wall. It's appealing, but it's also depersonalized. It doesn't have someone's diploma on the wall or their wedding photo. It's depersonalized, and that's why it works. So here's what you should do. Pack away personal photos and memorabilia, if at all possible. In your kitchen, it's ideal if all of your kitchen counters are completely clear. Maybe one or two items. I like to say sometimes, especially if it's a modern kitchen, let's say everything's like white on white, maybe put like something with a little bit of color, maybe flowers or just something that pops, something that's bright red on the counter. But your toasters, your soda streams, the things that you might leave on your counter on a day-to-day basis, please take all that away and have absolutely nothing on your counters if possible. Sometimes even minimizing furniture can really help. Yes, you want to be able to have 6 different chairs in your living room for when your family and friends come over, but for selling your home, it might be good if we just have a couch and 1 chair or a couch and 2 chairs. This, of course, is room specific, and it would be best if you could have one of us over and we could do this consultation with you and really walk through and suggest different ideas. Another step is to organize your closets. You might say, well, I have to put my stuff somewhere, and that's true. So if all the stuff from the kitchen countertops have to be put somewhere, okay, it has to go somewhere, maybe it is into a closet. Buyers will be looking in the closet though too. So even if the closet can be maintained and tidied and decluttered, that would make it even more appealing. A pro tip is to rent a storage unit if needed. So perhaps you can get out 20-30% of the contents of your home and pay for a storage unit rental. Maybe you'll only have to do it for 1 month or 2 months. But doing that can really add to the appeal in buyers' eyes, as the house will be less cluttered. Next up is tackle those minor repairs that you've been putting off. Think about it like this. Buyers will see small problems, and they'll wonder if there are bigger ones that they can't see. So here's a quick little checklist of fixes that really might make the difference. Fix leaky faucets. If your kitchen faucet leaks around the back side of it, it might leave residue there, like calcium buildup. Take the time to go underneath and see if it can be tightened. Get some CLR and see if that calcium deposit can be wiped off and cleaned away to make it look pristine. If doors are squeaky, get some WD-40, oil them up, and the experience of walking into a room, walking into a washroom will be elevated that much. If walls are dinged up, perhaps you have little ones, perhaps you have pets, consider repainting. But when you do repaint, also pick a neutral color, nothing too bold. You might really like sunset yellow or rose red, but keep it earthy, keep it mild, so that it appeals to the most amount of people as possible. If your kitchen cabinets, if it's a nice color, but the pull, the handle on that kitchen cabinet is outdated and retro looking, it might be worthwhile even just replacing those. Now, sometimes retro is cool, but it can also be tacky. So sometimes I've seen just replacing that pull can really elevate the feel of a kitchen and make it go to the next level quickly, and it won't cost that much. Also consider upgrading different light fixtures. In some homes, I've suggested it a few times, a light fixture can be replaced for just a few $100s and will really make that dark living room a bright one, and it can make things feel more modern. So the pro tip on this topic is you don't need to renovate the whole home. Look at some little things that you can do that'll add appeal, focused on cost-effective updates that'll get you higher returns rather than putting in an entire new kitchen. Thirdly, the power of staging. Here's a secret. Staged homes sell for an average of 5 to 10% more, and also more quickly. There are local home stagers here on Vancouver Island. They do cost quite a bit, but if it's a high-end product especially, that's a topic that we likely should discuss. If you're staging it yourself, use light and neutral colors to make rooms feel larger. Add greenery, plants in the corners of rooms. This helps make a room feel more inviting, feel fresh, and really is appealing. Then, to create that soft and cozy feel, consider some throw blankets, some nice cushions, some accent pillows on the furniture. And the dining table, consider setting it with some nice plates, some cutlery. This will make the home feel inviting. It makes it feel like dinner's just around the corner. It adds to the appeal as well. Pro tip on this topic: if that subject of staging a home just feels daunting and it's an expense that you just don't want to go through, another option is virtual staging. This will help with the appeal online, of course, and that's where everybody's going to see the property first and then decide to come and visit in person. So virtual staging can be a good tool and can help make a property look appealing. Our fourth tip is curb appeal. That is the first impression. I've driven buyers to properties and they look at it as we pull up and park in front of the home and they've said, no, I don't even need to walk in. And that's unfortunate. What if that family spent the whole morning or the night before cleaning up the property and preparing it for that showing, and now, just because the way it looks on the outside, that buyer's determined they don't even want to step foot inside. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And that's why curb appeal is everything. So here's how to instantly boost your home's exterior. Trim those overgrown bushes and add some fresh mulch. If your front door is chipping, paint that fresh door a welcoming color. It can be a little bit more bright, a little bit bold, as long as it's not outlandish. Also consider upgrading your outdoor lighting for a warm and inviting glow. Do the sidewalks, does the driveway need to be pressure washed? That's something that'll be worthwhile doing. Spending even just a couple $100s on that mulch, getting that driveway pressure washed, can really elevate your curb appeal and make that first impression a good one. Finally, let's talk pricing and marketing. Because even the best prepared home, one that you really buttoned up the curb appeal, you cleaned inside, you decluttered, you took your photos off the wall, but if it's priced incorrectly, it's still not going to sell. If something's worth $1 million and you ask $2 million, it's just not going to move. Pricing is crucial. Work with your agent and really determine what's happening in the market right now. What are properties selling for? Because if we price it too high, it's just not simply going to move. So basing pricing on market trends and what's happening right now is super important, and one that takes expertise and knowledge of the marketplace. Regarding marketing, ensure that your agent does hire professional photography. It's not something that they're coming in with a cell phone. This has to be marketed properly. The listing description itself does matter. Make sure it's worded properly, and that's what a good agent will do for you also. Something that we do at the Seize the Day group is we really lean into video. We make lifestyle videos for every single property that we market. So that means not just panning left and right of the kitchen to piano music. That means me, my colleagues, walking around the home and being excited about it, showing the kitchen, showing what you could do, showing the backyard, showing what this type of property will appeal to, what different demographic of people. So that's selling the lifestyle. And if your listing doesn't have that in place, you might be missing out. We find massive success from it. We get hundreds and thousands of extra views on a property just because it is on YouTube. So people will be seeing it on YouTube and maybe they weren't even searching for a property, but now it just hit their radar. Or now they can send it to their sister that's home shopping in the area. It makes a massive difference. So being on YouTube is what we do, but also social media. On average, we create 8 to 12 different videos for every single property that we market. So ask your agent that you're using, how do you use video to help market my property? So now you know some of the inside secrets to help preparing your home for sale. So before you list, take the time to declutter, to refresh, to stage, and to perfect that curb appeal. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate tips, and if you are selling, please do reach out. We are local professionals in the area. We offer next level service and next level marketing. All of our contact information can be found on our website at seizethedaygroup.com.